Welcome to the very first Liz's variety show, an actual variety show this time. I'm Liz, of course. What's on the docket today? I made these red bean donuts or anko donuts, and I'm gonna try to be making them the next viral sensation. Oh God. Get back here. Knead for 10 minutes. So you do like that, right? This, and then this, and then this. I don't think my oven has a fermentation cycle. And some of them turned out better than others, namely some of them got a little crispy. That was a great lesson in heat control. You cannot find these anywhere in the US, and I had them in a Japanese mystery box thing, and it was like the best fucking thing I've ever had. So then I tried to find them, couldn't find them in the US. It was even hard to find them in Japan. It was a very specific department store that had them. Like, I asked so many people. But anyway, so I made them myself, and now because I want them to become more readily available, I'm gonna try to make these the next viral food item. I hope you can grab a beverage or a snack or both, and we can enjoy it together. There's like a hair on this straw. Also, my fingers are covered in sugar. So now we're gonna take some glamour shots of these donuts. What? Move aside, Dubai chocolate. Red bean donuts are where it's at. Look. Red bean donuts are better than your mama's. Red bean donuts give you life. Red bean donuts give you wings. Red bean donuts are delicious. Red bean donuts taste good. Red bean donuts are life-changing. Walk, don't run. Drive carefully in respect to other people. Oh my God, I just got back from my friend's place and she only had one red bean donut left, and she texted me, she's like, I only have one left. And I was like, I'm on my way, because you can't find these things anywhere. And people are saying these are like the new Dubai chocolate. And so I was like, oh my God, you made them? This is awesome. So let's try. Heavenly. All right, we're gonna eat one more donut and then finish my coffee, and then we're gonna move on. I think I just blacked out eating that. And then what else? We have, oh yeah, okay. Breaking news. Toast the cat was scheduled to get one of his teeth removed in a highly costly and intimidating vet dental procedure. But it turns out he just needed a plaque removal, and now he's back still with all of his teeth in full fighting force, and he only has a little bit of fur missing from his leg. He looks very silly, and please don't bully him. It'll go back soon. And that's the news. All right, moving on to our next topic, we have cruise lines. Cruise line defenders, more specifically. And I didn't know this was a thing until I took my first cruise last year. So I posted to Reddit the story of my embarkation process, and what happened was this cruise line decided to embark from Athens on a major Greek holiday, and because of that there was only one officer from Greece, I guess, who was there able to like check passports and make sure people like could get on the boat. It took like 5 to 6 hours to get on the boat because of this. And it was like in the peak of summer, there was no AC, we were in a tent. There was like a tiny wimpy fans going, couldn't feel them. They did at one point start passing out bottled water, but it took them a while. And we were standing for our half of that, we were just standing in lines, and the other half, we got some foldable chairs and were allowed to like sit. And the first half was like, because of that, there's only like one immigration officer. And I think at some point they brought in another one and everyone cheered and clapped like, I was like, fuck yeah. But so it sped up a little bit, and yeah, it was awful. And it was, one guy did end up fainting, and that was the whole thing. And so I was upset about it. So I took to Reddit and posted, and like, I don't know, I was pretty big mad. So, but everyone was like, oh, you're stupid, bro. Like, traveling, expect the unexpected when you travel, and you're so silly for expecting everything to go perfectly when you travel. And how would the cruise line? It was Greece's fault. The cruise line didn't do anything wrong, and all that. But in my opinion, like, especially now that they've sailed out of Athens before, so they know about this holiday. Like, why couldn't they not embark on the holiday? And also maybe in the future, hopefully they won't. It was awful, and like people were just like shutting it down. When I posted to Reddit, they were like, no, like, you're the problem. So am I the problem? I don't know. Let me know what you think. But so I learned that there are these people out here who are defending cruise lines, multi-billion-dollar cruise lines, and like the cruises can't do anything wrong. So one of the posts was about how the Wi-Fi cost is like horrendous, and yes, the Wi-Fi cost is horrendous. Like, it's insanely expensive. It was like by far the most expensive onboard purchase. So someone was like, you know, like, why is it so expensive when the cruise ticket's so expensive? And like, people were like, well, the poor cruise line has to pay for satellite internet. Don't you know that satellite internet's way more expensive than your Spectrum you get at home? Stuff like that. I'm like, bro. Also, why the hell do you want internet on a cruise? A cruise is supposed to be for relaxing and unwinding. You're cruising wrong. So not only are you an idiot, you're just an idiot who's addicted to your screens. Yeah, if you go to Reddit and you want to have some fun, look for any posts that are slightly negative and see all the people who defend the cruise lines. I'm kind of convinced that a lot of them are like employees or PR people, spin doctors, etc., trying to minimize things. And I'm going to get set up for the next segment. Oy, oy, oy. When I was a child, I had this Pepsi bottle coin bank that my great-grandfather gave to me. And I was supposed to get coins whenever I did chores or something good grades or something. But my mom told me what ended up happening was people would come over, and because I was so cute, they would just give me all their coins. So nothing's really changed. And so I had the Pepsi one, which also I dislike Pepsi. My sibling had later got a Coke one, which is the superior drink, but I'm pretty sure I rated it a long time ago. So, what are we doing with all these coins, you ask? Well, we're gonna have to sort them because I want to convert them to cash. And because my last video was pretty expensive to make. So, let's see if we can make back any of my medical costs. She's empty. So goodbye, Pepsi bottle. Also, some of these aren't even United States denominations. Is that the right word? We got a peso, I think this is a euro, and we got this little guy, which I didn't know what this was until my dad told me what it actually is. Well, I don't actually want to do this, but I also don't want to leave this here, so my plan was to have 4 friends with me for this, and then I would reveal a challenge for them, and the challenge was to sort my change for me. I was gonna ask them what their favorite monetary denomination was at the beginning before I revealed, and I would say, oh, well, it might come in handy later. What is this? Is this the $50? What is this? Euro. Oh, well, I guess I'll put on a TV show or something and get to work. There's also fragments of the Pepsi bottle. Red bean donuts were sold out everywhere where I live, so I had to make my own. Well, the plan was to do this manually like our forefathers intended, but it's gonna take forever and ever and ever. So I've been at it for a solid 5 minutes and I'm ready to give up. See how much a coin sorter costs. $2.15 for like a heavy duty one. $46, 230 coins per minute. And the average is 200, so this little device is a pro, I guess. So I'm sorting instead of just taking it to the bank or something because there might be some coins of value in here. So let's see, valuable US coins. Valuable include 1933, 1913, 18, I don't have that. Pre-1965 silver coins. A 1794 silver dollar, I don't have that. 1992 wide AM reverse Lincoln cent. Silver $50. I had one I just found. Where'd it go? This one? Yeah. 1995. Don't think it's worth much. Damn. Well, I guess we'll keep at it. Well, this is how much progress I got done in about half an hour. I got a bin full of pennies and I can play small stakes poker. So maybe if you subscribe someday when you least expect it, I'll reveal how much this was all worth, if I ever figure it out. Place your bets. let's work on an outro together. Bye. Catch you next episode. Stick around and find out. Well, see you later. Well, bye. See ya. Ouch. Big yawn. Well, that was a big yawn. That's how the change crumbles. Well, until next time, I hope you stay humble. Bye. Okay, bye. I look so small, don't I? Yeah, probably better framing, but you won't see the spirals at the top. What? But then you're gonna get, you won't,